Do you feel lost when it comes to Etsy ads? If so, you're not alone. Last year in 2024, we had a very successful month in August, over $30,000 in revenue in one of our shops. But when we reviewed our finances to see our net profit for the month, we only made 3% in profit. This was a huge wake up call for us, especially as we were heading into the Q4 season. We paid close attention to our ads during the 2024 Q4 season to make sure we would make profit on our orders. But we made it our true mission in 2025 to figure out a method on how to fully understand our Etsy ads and take control of our business. It was so important to us that we made it one of our 3 goals to accomplish this year in 2025. And now we have this figured out, and I'm going to share our strategy with you in this video. A few things came to mind when we realized we were getting burned by our Etsy ads and we needed to make a change quickly. We realized we weren't stewarding our money well, understanding our numbers, specifically with ads, and neglecting our ad spend in our business. As Christians, we always do our best to look at the Bible for guidance. One of the verses that stood out to us was from Luke chapter 16, 10 through 12. Whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much, and whoever is dishonest with very little will also be dishonest with much. So, if you have not been trustworthy in handling worldly wealth, who will trust you with true riches? And this was just a reminder to us that God tests our character and trustworthiness through how we handle our finances. So we really needed to get a grip on this. Another verse that was really helpful for us was from Proverbs 24, 3 through 4. By wisdom, a house is built, and through understanding, it is established. Through knowledge, its rooms are filled with rare and beautiful treasures. This was just a reminder for us, too, that successful stewardship comes from wisdom, understanding, and knowledge, not the guesswork. And the final verse that was really helpful for us to help us get into our groove with our ads was from Proverbs 13:18. Whoever disregards discipline comes to poverty and shame, but whoever heeds correction is honored. And this was just a reminder that if we neglect or give inattention in our work, it's going to lead to loss, and diligence is going to lead to growth. Those verses really helped us to understand how we needed to take control of our ads and be better stewards of our money and understand our ad numbers to take control of our business. So, in order to be profitable with our ads, we needed to steward our money well, understand our Etsy ad numbers, and take control of our Etsy ads. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how we review and evaluate our Etsy ads to make sure we are making money on each listing. For those that are newer to Etsy or to Etsy ads, a few questions I often get asked are number one, what are Etsy ads? Etsy ads are a paid advertising system for Etsy sellers to promote their listings. You only pay when someone clicks on your listings with an ad. The second question I get asked often is, how much should I spend on Etsy ads? This is really for you to set your ad spend on the amount that you are comfortable with. You can start with a smaller budget to begin with if you want, like $25 a day, and increase it slowly as you feel more comfortable. You also need to note that your daily budget is the maximum amount you will spend. So if you set your spend at $25, that is the maximum amount Etsy will spend. However, Etsy might not spend that full amount every single day. The third question I get asked a lot is, what Etsy ad campaign should I run? This is a newer feature with Etsy, so I just want to give you guys some insight on how we navigated this. Etsy gives you 3 campaign options to choose from. We run ours on the balance your orders with return, which is the middle ground, and we chose this because it optimizes both revenue and return best. The final question I get asked a lot, which is question number 4, when to turn on Etsy ads. I've gotten this a lot recently, especially as people are heading into Q4, and so I just want to give you insight on how we navigate it for ourselves. We turn on our Etsy ads right away, especially for new listings. However, we make sure to review our Etsy ads every single month to ensure that they are profitable. We will turn them off if they are not profitable. Now we're going to jump into the break-even return on ad spend template. This is the exact template that we use every single month to evaluate our ads. And just to note, this is only to evaluate our ads. This is not to evaluate our profit or net profit for each listing. This is only for ads, so please take note of that. The other thing I want to talk about is how we scrub our ads every single month. I like to use the term scrub. It's like cleaning up your shop, but that's what we use the terminology as. So the way we do this is we get the most data for our ads. We take a big time period to evaluate them. So for example, what I'm going to be reviewing with you is how we navigate our 40-ounce tumblers with the most amount of data. And the most amount of data that we have is from April because that is when we started posting them. So I'm going to take my range from April until now to get the most amount of data that I can use to evaluate each of my listings for the 40-ounce tumblers. If you have a newer shop and you have newer listings, you want to give your listings time to collect data to evaluate. So you don't want to evaluate your listings right away because that's not technically fair to them. They need to get that data. So give yourself and those listings roughly 1 to 3 months of data to begin with, and then you can get into the routine of doing that scrub every single month. Another thing that I want to note, this is a pro tip for you guys. For those of you who are choosing to strategically drop your price closer to a break-even profit for a period of time to help you drive rank on your new listings, these listings should not be analyzed until they are at their final price point. The data will be skewed while you are selling at a lower price to strategically drive rank on your listings. Once you decide to increase your prices to their final price, that is when you can begin to analyze your ads on these listings. So be sure to always take notes when you change prices, as it will be really helpful when setting the date range when analyzing your ads. If you have a bestseller listing, but it is not performing well with ads, do not leave your ad on for that listing. The best-selling badge is nice to have, but if the ad for this listing is not profitable, then you need to turn this ad off. The goal is to make profit for your business, not to collect badges. When scrubbing our ads, we always ask ourselves, would we rather have the best-selling badge on our listing, or would we like to make profit? If you ask yourself that question, the answer should be easy, hopefully. We're going to jump into the Beroas calculator. This calculator was discussed on one of Connor's videos. I will link it at the end of this video. You guys can look at it. It gives you more in-depth information for you to follow if you would like to learn more. But what I'm doing here is I'm going through exactly what we do for our monthly ad scrub that I had talked about earlier in this video. Again, I just want to note that this is only for your ads. This is not for profit at all. This is only for your ads and to scrub them. So up here on line 1, we can see that Beroas is the sale price plus the shipping divided by sale price plus the shipping minus the cost of goods sold minus the Etsy fees. So just for you guys to understand a little bit more of how this is broken down, this is up here for you. What we're going to do here is put in the product type. I have already done that. So we're going to be evaluating our 40-ounce tumblers in our shop. Our price is currently $27.99. On the side here, you guys can see that we have notes for you to follow in detail. So if you have any questions about what to put here, this should help you. The shipping price, we do calculated shipping. So the average shipping that we collect is about $12.50. So that's why I put that here. However, if you are doing a fixed shipping price for ornaments, for example, it's $5.99. That's what you're going to want to put here. So just make note of that. Usually your shipping is going to be about $5.99 or less, depending on what you've put, but just make note of that there. Etsy fees are automatically calculated based on this calculation that we have up here. So we're assuming about 11% as noted over to this side. Then we're going to do cost of goods sold, which is COGS. And for 40-ounce tumblers with inner circle prints, it's $20.98. This is what you want to put here that you're going to be charged through your production partner. The break-even ROAS is going to be 2.69. And then the number that we really want to pay attention to after that calculation is done is the Beroas adjusted for shipping. And this number is our 1.86 for the 40-ounce tumblers. And this is what we're going to use in our Etsy shop. Some other things that I would encourage you guys to ask yourselves as you get used to doing this is ask yourself, what product are you evaluating, in case you forget to write in the top. So we are doing 40-ounce tumblers. The next question is, what time frame are you evaluating? As I noted, we want to do the biggest date range that we can do for this product. So like I said and earlier, that we listed these in April 2025, and we are doing it now, which is current October 2025. The next question I asked myself is, did I evaluate newer listings? The answer likely should be no, because you want to give them enough time to collect enough data for you to then evaluate them. So like I said earlier in this video, you want to give about 1 to 3 months time frame for you to then evaluate your listing and then do the ad scrub every month with this. The next thing that I am asking myself is, did I drop my prices for a period of time? My answer for this particular product is no. So I am good to go to evaluate all of them because I don't have any newer listings for this product, and I also am not doing any price changes for this product either. Like I said earlier, if you're doing a price change to drive rank for a particular period of time, do not include that in this evaluation. Just make note of that so that you don't have skewed data. The last thing that I want to ask myself is, I understand this template is only to evaluate my Etsy ads, not my net profit. This is super important as there's a lot of confusion that happens with this. This is only to collect and understand your ads better. So, and you want to scrub them. This is not for your net profit. So just to make that clear and for you guys to understand that this is only for your ads. Okay, so now we're going to jump over to the Etsy shop so that we can go evaluate our 40-ounce tumblers and do that scrub. Again, the number we're looking for here is 1.86, and we will talk about that more in detail as we do it. So in our Etsy shop here, I'm going to do a custom range that I mentioned, which is going to be 04, 01, 2025, so that's April. And then my other range is going to be 10, 14, 2025. So I have this perfect range, the most amount of data that I can evaluate and scrub my ads with. So that's great. The other thing I want to note here is that we label our sections very simple. So we have 40-ounce tumblers, and then for any other products we have, we just label it by the product. I would highly recommend doing that for your shop for ease of ad scrubbing, as well as if you guys do any sales. So make your sections and your actual shop super simple. They don't need to get wonky with Halloween designs or Halloween listings or Christmas listings or Mother's Day listings. Just make it simple for the product that you're selling. So that's just a little tip there. Now we're going to go into evaluating each of the listings that we have ads on. So I always like to have it be on spend. So make sure that it's on spend here. Make sure that little arrow is down. And then the only column that I'm going to be really evaluating in this tutorial here is the ROAS. So remember, we have that ROAS in our calculation from over here to it's 1.86. So I want to make sure anything on my list is either 1.86 or higher. So if it's 1.86 or higher, it is considered profitable. If it is lower than 1.86, we will turn that ad off. So as we go through this, I'm going to look and see, okay, that one looks good. That looks good. This looks good here. These look good. This one's getting close, but we're going to leave it on. This is good. This one's right on the line, 1.86. I'm going to leave it on for this month. I will reevaluate it for next month if it does not perform. But right now it's right on the money, so we're just going to keep that one on for now. This one looks great. This looks good. This one is, again, right on the cusp. We're going to leave it on, though, and reevaluate it next month. These guys look good. This looks good. Again, right on the cusp, 1.86. Again, I'm going to leave that on till we reevaluate it for next month. Good, good. Close, 1.87, leave it on. These all look good here. They're healthy. Ooh, 1.82. So this is a good example. So 1.82, yeah, it's close to 1.86, but doesn't make the cut, so off you go. So you can see how I've turned that off. It got a notification here that it's been turned off. And so I'm going to continue to go down this list. Ooh, another one here, 1.8. Again, it's close, but no cigar. We're going to turn it off. So you can see here, again, that I've turned that listing off. It's not profitable. The other thing I want to know as I go down this is it's going to get easier as you do this evaluation and scrub. So obviously you can see this was pretty quick for us because we've been doing our scrub for a while. And so as you get into the groove, the first round of your scrub is going to be painful. It's going to take a while, but it's worth it. As you get more attuned to it and you do it every single month, it's going to get easier and easier. So I encourage you guys to do this. Start it now. Start with one product and then go from there, and it will be so much easier and you'll be so much more in control of your ads and what it's spending and not be scared to look at them. So hopefully this was helpful, and good luck.